Okay, I'm excited because this is what Care 11 Saturday is all about. In honor of the Olympics, we thought it'd be fun to bring a little French flair to your cooking. New French restaurant, Boucheron. I got it? Is that pretty close? Boucheron knows a thing or two about French cooking. Their food is rooted in French technique with a little Minnesota touch. So Boucheron means lumberjack in French, which is our inspiration for French meets Minnesota cuisine. Adam Ritter is the owner and chef, and he joins us now with an amazing couple of dishes here that you want to show us how to make. First of all, congratulations on the restaurant.
Thank you so much.
How's it been?
It's been good. It's been busy.
Yeah?
But busy's good.
Busy is definitely good.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to show us a couple of recipes here, and
Yep.
you're starting with like a smoked whitefish
Yep.
sauce or dip. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, so we kind of do like French dishes, but Minnesota inspired.
Okay.
So the first one we're gonna do is smoked whitefish dip.
Okay, so what do you have in the bowl right now?
So we got creme fraiche and whipped cream in the bowl.
All right.
We're just gonna like whip it up till it's like a little fluffy and airy.
Sure.
It's kind of like making a mousse.
What's the difference between a mousse and meringue?
Meringue you have to cook. Well, there's different meringues, but you normally use egg whites and sugar.
Okay.
And then a mousse normally has like whipped cream in it that keeps it lighter.
Shows you how much I know about baking. My daughter would not be proud of me right now.
So see, it's like kind of coming together there.
Oh, it certainly is.
And then we'll stop it right there before
Okay.
it over whips.
All right. So you have that whipped together.
Yep.
And this is like, is this an appetizer that you guys serve at the restaurant?
It is. It's currently on the menu.
Here, I'll hold this, you twist.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Do you need one of these plates? Or are you going to
nope.
mix it together in the bowl?
We're gonna mix it right in the bowl. So we put some chopped shallot.
Okay. Minced, that is nice and fine. I get jealous when I see really well prepared like vegetables.
Yeah.
It separates you, the pros, from us.
And then this is a little chopped dill, which you love.
I love dill. You
Yeah.
know me. All right.
And then chopped chives.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna kind of fold that all together so that gets kind of dispersed.
So is this like, this is like the real version of what we all see at the grocery store, French onion dip?
Kind of, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Beans dip.
Yep. It's
That's our-
almost exactly like that.
Favorite thing on the planet, by the way.
And then the very end, we're gonna add all this smoked whitefish.
And that is smoked. That
It's
has got
smoked.
an incredible flavor.
Yeah, it's smoked for
Incredible
like
smell.
8 hours, so it really gets like a nice dried
Yeah, it smells
smoky
like a
pellicle.
campfire.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't have any of the fishy sort of smell or tang to it.
Yep.
Oh, that looks delicious.
yeah.
All right, so this is on the menu,
It is on the menu.
and it comes with these crackers. They look super luxurious. What kind of crackers are these?
So we make a porridge with wild rice, and then we fold that into a cracker dough recipe, and then we roll it out in like a pasta sheeter.
Yeah,
And
super
then-
thin, and you bake them?
Yep, and then we bake them. A little bit of sea salt on top.
God, those look amazing. Cool.
And that's kind of like the Minnesota. So whitefish is from Lake Superior, and then the wild rice, obviously, from northern Minnesota too.
Are you using the whole lemon? I see you're only using what seems to be like the outside of the lemon here.
So I just cut them. It makes it easier to squeeze
Oh,
without
okay.
all that seed.
The different parts of lemon have sort of different flavors that you use when you're cooking?
Like when you like it does when Will does his next segment
Does
on
it?
the cocktails.
Like I know zesting is obviously different than like just straight juicing a lemon, but there's
Yeah.
like bitter elements and
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that
So
looks
this is going to
amazing.
be bitter and more like floral, the zest.
Yeah.
And then the juice carries more like that acidic flavor.
Oh, this looks like the best thing ever. Okay, you're gonna plate this where? Over here?
Right inside that little bowl right there.
All right, cool. Let me help you out.
Okay.
That looks amazing. When did you guys open?
We opened in January.
Really?
Yep.
And how's it been though? You said it's been busy, but like, what's been your experience so far working in South Minneapolis?
It's been great. Like the community down there, it really comes out. We have a lot of support from the other restaurants that I worked in
Yeah.
the area, with regulars from those places as well.
What inspired you to do French cuisine?
So I worked, most of my last chefs are all rooted in French cuisine also.
Yeah.
So I worked in, with Joel Robuchon is where I got my start.
You're bringing out roe now?
Yeah, so this is trout roe.
Okay, we're getting fancy right now.
Yeah, and it's
And
just
I
gonna
like
give you
it.
that extra little like salinity and pop when you have
Wow.
a bite.
Okay. Beautiful.
Okay, and then
What else you got going?
we just garnish this with a little bit of dill.
Okay, so some dill sitting in water.
Yep.
Oh, it's beautiful. So what is French cuisine known for? I know we understand there's sauces and like steaks and bouchelays and all this stuff, but like, what do you think is the best part of French cooking, and why it seems to be the gold standard around the world?
I just think it's like the attention to detail, and then like really the respect for the product, right? Like just like everything we take like almost too seriously, right?
Okay. Good.
So, yeah.
Wanna try this?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Get
I'm
in.
gonna try it, and then you're gonna start on what?
On a steak.
All right, help me out. Talk me through what you're doing while I eat this
Yeah.
trout roe.
So we have this steak kind of pan-seared here. And then we're going to add the shallots just to get a little caramelization.
All right, so we got the appetizer. Man, that's really good.
Good, right?
That's insane good. Oh my God. And these crackers are amazing too. Now this is another dish you guys have at the restaurant. What are you cooking here?
Yeah, so this one kind of like, again, like meat and potatoes.
Yep,
Which every Midwestern loves.
of course.
And then we're just going to kind of, we're just Frenching it up, right? So doing everything in lots of butter, adding like shallots. And then this is kind of the key right here is this is a Bordelaise sauce. So it's like a roasted beef bones sauce
Okay.
that we season with red wine.
Oh my goodness. What kind of steak are you using?
So it's a Feller's Ranch. We use this steak from southern Minnesota. It's Wagyu beef.
Okay.
They're a really small farm. They just give us all their like butcher's cuts.
Yeah.
So like culottes. We use hanger steaks and then also flat irons.
Okay. So when you go to the store, you can see Wagyu, even Costco has Wagyu steak right now, right?
Yep.
But what they offer you are ribeye and filet, T-bones, things like that. Why do you like to go for the butcher's cuts and the off cuts? This seems to be popular among a lot of chefs, where they go for like tougher parts of meat, but you guys obviously crush it.
So like normally like most guests they like the most tenderest cut, and that's really what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Chefs, we're looking for flavor is the most important, and these cuts pack a lot of flavor, and not to mention like if I.
But then how do you? I'm sorry to interrupt you. How do you compensate then for the tenderness and the other things that fillets and ribeyes give you?
So it's the cooking technique. So this one the culottes and the flat irons they're a little bit tougher,
Okay.
but we use a technique called sous vide,
Oh, sure, yeah.
and then that just over time kind of tenderizes that up.
So I have a little sous vide thing at home. I got it. I've used it a couple of times. It basically gets, it gets the water up to a certain temperature, right? Like if you're trying to cook medium rare,
Yep.
you set the water for 135 degrees,
Yep.
and over a slow amount of time, your steak then becomes 135 degrees, right?
Yep, and it doesn't go over.
And it never goes over, right?
Yep.
But do you still get that same texture? I found that the steaks have a different texture when I try and do that on the inside, as opposed to like grilling it.
Yeah, so it's like slowly cooking a consistent temperature all the way through.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to get more texture, so what I do is like then when you put that really hard sear on the outside,
Yeah.
and it gives you that crust. So like
it's a
different
balance
from
between the crispy
exactly.
and the super tender on the inside.
Exactly. And what it does is like normally if you did this steak without sous vide, like you'd have to cook it longer, so you have more of a crust and it overcooks on the outside, but to get to the right amount on the inside. But
Yeah.
doing it this way, you're kind of avoiding that.
What do you got now?
Oh shit.
Got
So
some
this
leeks?
is rapini.
Oh, rapini.
So broccoli rabe. Yep.
Broccoli rabe and
Yep.
some what, thyme?
I had garlic and thyme in here left over from the beef. Yep.
Okay. And what plate do you need for this? This one?
Yes.
Where do you want it? You want me to hold it?
Let's move this.
Okay, here, I'll do that.
Okay.
You take this.
Perfect.
Gotcha. What's been your best-selling dish so far?
Probably this dish right here. People love their steak in Minnesota.
You're darn
For
right. You've been watching the Olympics?
I have.
What do you think, man?
It's awesome. Like watching Suni Lee.
Isn't it amazing
Yeah.
to think what she's gone through over the last couple of years? She's
Oh, man.
21,
All of those girls like.
and she's a
crazy.
veteran.
Right.
You know, you think of like how long it takes in your career to be an exquisite chef,
Oh yeah.
and to think you're 18 years old,
I'm just starting to reap the rewards for all my
hard work.
You know.
Yeah, and she's like at the peak right now.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll see in 4 more
Right.
years. All right. So what are we doing?
So I'm just gonna make a little room here
Okay.
so I can slice our beef.
Okay.
Okay.
I see you're going with a Japanese style knife.
Yeah.
Do you think French cooks use Japanese knives typically?
We do like.
Or is the other one the German style? It's always like a competition of what style is better.
So we like the Japanese knives because a lot of times the steels tends to be a little softer, so it sharpens up a lot quicker. The German ones, the steel is so hard, it just takes forever, and we sharpen our knives quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we like.
You like the Japanese style. Look at this.
Yeah.
Get out of town. Are you seeing this?
So you see what I'm saying about like
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
the crust to inside? Yeah.
Oh, man, it looks good.
All right.
Hello, Wagyu.
So then that is that, and then what we're gonna do is we always finish it with a little bit of crunchy salt,
Yeah, of course.
and that's just gonna give you a little bit of pop of flavor.
Course. Okay, and you said this is Wagyu style. We talked a little bit about this before, but can you explain what that is exactly?
Yeah. So it is.
Okay, hold on. What are you doing?
Okay.
So I need to back up?
No. Yeah, we can go back to the Wagyu.
No,
but-
I mean, do I need to step back? What is that?
No,
in your
no,
hand?
no, 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 no. So this is
like in a
basically it's called an ISI,
Okay.
but it's a whipped creamer. So
Oh.
like you can add whipped cream to this.
Okay.
And like just like you buy the whipped cream out of your
Yeah.
canister
Yeah.
at home, you can put cream in here. You add like a little charge.
Okay.
And then you have whipped cream in your fridge.
Are you going to put whipped
But
cream
what
on the
we
steak?
do is we do it with potato.
Oh, look at this.
So it's just like a potato mousse over the top.
Oh, cool. And is it
that's
flavored
basically
potato?
like meat and potatoes, but French. That's how we cook at Boucheron.
Chef, that is so beautiful.
And then I just need to find a spoon. There we go.
You know what's cool about Care 11 Plus, right? So this is our streaming network. Is that you and I have spent now about 10 minutes doing this.
Yeah.
And typically we'd have to kind of rush you through it
Sure.
just because of the style of the show, right? And how much time we have, got to get to breaks and whatnot.
Sure.
But I've enjoyed spending the time to actually sit here and talk to you and walk through a couple of these dishes.
I have two.
As a home cook,
So there we go.
as a home cook, when you're done cooking something and you plate it like that and you're like,
Yep.
wow, that looks good. As a professional cook, classically trained, do you
Yep.
still get that like, yes, ma'am feeling when you plate it?
Absolutely. We just did like a special menu with a local author last 2 days.
Yeah.
And when the dishes come together and everything's like working right in the kitchen, it's all looking good. It's just like feels great, you know.
Great. I'm going to take a bite of this because I just can't
Absolutely.
not. Okay,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you cooked it for a reason, right?
Here, let me cut.
Cool,
some
man. You want to
slice.
cut a piece? Let's
Yeah.
do one together. While you're doing that, can you talk about these other plates that you brought as well? They look fantastic.
Yeah. So the one on your left, that's the kohlrabi.
Okay.
So it's kohlrabi, broccolini. We have a little sesame puree, and then there's some fresh cherries.
Oh, these are cherries.
Yep.
Oh, yum. Okay.
And
so
then
you get like
so it's
sweet
like a
and bitter
vegetarian
action.
dish we do there.
Yeah,
Yep.
fantastic. Beautiful.
And then this one is classic French. We just put a little bit of twist on it. So it's on a niçoise salad. We do a tuna tataki. And then the egg, we do soft boiled. Normally it's traditionally like hard boiled.
Yeah.
But it brings like a nice creaminess to the salad. But it's super fresh and light for summer.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And a little option for everybody if you don't eat meat.
Right.
Well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Chef. We're going
Thanks
to
for
dig into
having
this in
me.
a second. No, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We have these recipes for you at care11.com. You know the drill. All you got to do is text the word recipes to 763-797-7215. You get a link to the recipes page. And please stick around. And we're going to make a cocktail after this. But we got to try the steak first.
Yeah,
You want to get in there with
absolutely.
me? Which one? Should I get the mousse on it or
You
no?
take your pick.
Yeah, I want a little halfies. Oh, look at this.
Not bad.
I kind of want to marry you, dude. Thank you so much for being here, Chef. Cocktails coming up next. All right, now that we made one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life, we need a cocktail for after dinner. This is what's called Champs-Élysées. It's a cocktail, and bar manager Will Gobley. No, I messed it up.
You got it
Oh, I
exactly
got
right.
it. Okay.
Yes, you did.
Will Gobley is here to make. I saw you. My name's Harapsky. I'm like, we can't say it or spell it, but Will Gobley, he's the bar manager over there. He's going to mix up this cocktail for us. All right, tell me what's in this cocktail first.
Yeah, so
Sounds
this
delicious.
is a variation on a drink they call it daisy. Lots of your favorite cocktails are made that way. Margarita is a type of daisy, but it's 4 parts. So we have a citrus juice. This
Okay.
is lemon. A little bit of sweetener. We're using a honey
Okay.
with a little grapefruit juice as the base. Genepi, which is our modifier, and then a base spirit, which is brandy or Courvoisier cognac in this case.
What's Genepi?
So Genepi is an herbal liqueur.
Oh, okay.
If you think, the original recipe calls for green chartreuse. So if you think in that kind of family,
Yeah.
it's a much softer version, but has some of those like sagey, minty, alpine
Oh yeah,
flavors.
okay, very
Yeah.
good. All right, so how do we do it?
So we're gonna start off, we're gonna use our lemon juice.
Okay.
We're gonna take a 3/4 ounce pour of this lemon juice here,
All right,
put that in,
very good.
a little bit of honey as
Honey
well.
next, okay.
One of our techniques, sort of building cocktails, you start off with your ingredients that are less expensive. So as you work your way up, if you make a mistake, it's not so bad.
Oh, interesting, that makes sense.
So those are our bases there. Then we have a little Genepi here. I'm going to use about a 1/2 ounce of this. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but it was a 1/2 ounce of that honey syrup as well.
Okay.
And then we are going to go in with the good stuff.
All right, so you haven't messed up yet, so we're gonna go in with the Courvoisier, is that what you got?
Yes. So Courvoisier is a really lovely cognac. This is the favorite of Napoleon back in the day. So keeping
And the
in that
ladies'
French
man of
theme,
Saturday Night Live.
as it's been said.
Do you remember? I'm gonna have some Courvoisier, remember that guy?
Missed
I
that
think
one,
you did.
but-
You did on Saturday Night Live from back in the 90s. This guy, anyway, you have to watch it online, but I
I'll
think he
check
made
it out for
Courvoisier
sure.
even more famous than what it was. That's what I think of.
We are also going to finish off with just a little spice. So this
So
is
is it bitters or what is
Yeah,
it?
this is bitters. Just a little
Okay.
Angostura bitters. It's the seasoning for the bar, basically our salt and pepper.
Okay.
So we have our cocktail built here.
All right.
I'm going to give this a quick shake. When you're shaking cocktails, usually 8 to 12 seconds gets you in that perfect range.
The idea is to emulsify, get it cold, all of
Exactly.
it. Why shake versus stir? When do you stir versus shake?
So you are going to shake when you have a citrus juice, typically. That plus the sugar kind of helps build a little bit of an emulsification,
Yeah.
give it a little foam, a little texture.
Do you get ice chips though when you shake? Like if you make a martini and you shake it, you get these little ice chips.
You do.
And it kind of bothers me.
Yeah, so that bothers some people. Some people think that that is a feature of a shaken martini, but we're going to double strain this.
Okay.
So you won't
you
have
prevent that anyway.
no ice chips at all.
Got it. Oh, it looks
Yeah.
pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
And then earlier you were asking Adam about sort of the difference between lemon juice and lemon zest.
Yeah.
We love both of them.
Yeah.
So we have our lemon juice as the base, gives a little bit of brightness, a little bit of acidity, but we also love it for its aromatics. So we're going
Sure.
to take the lemon peel, spritz it right over the top there, give it a little twist,
Bang.
and then I love to cut just a little line in it.
So do you like this after dinner or before, or you could drink this before dinner too?
As a sour, you could do this. You could do this either way. I would
Yeah.
say a little bit of citrus juice sort of adds, kind of helps stimulate the appetite, get your saliva
Ooh,
flowing.
Look at the fancy
but
way you did the lemon peel. I
Yeah.
like this very much. Can I try?
Just a little flair. Please do.
Okay. All right, I'm going in. Here we go. Yeah.
What do you
man.
think?
I love nice things sometimes, and that's a nice cocktail.
Thank you
That's
so
really
much.
delicious, man. It almost has a tea-ish vibe, like an iced tea vibe.
Yeah.
With like a floral thing going. That's fantastic.
Yep, that little bit of citrus. There's some like nice sort of oaky tannin from that.
Yeah, you
cognac.
get the oak and the tannin and some of the more herbal things from this too. That's fantastic. Very rich.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate you showing us awesome. It's Champs d'Elysée.
Champs Elysees.
Elysees. Fantastic.